Hey everyone, I'm Amberly Ray. It's hard for me to believe that a human being could have done what I've done, but I know that I did it. Who knew that such an ordinary young boy could have turned into such a monstrous human being? Jeffrey Dahmer was a serial killer who murdered 17 males between 1978 and 1991. According to Biography.com, he is well known for his acts of cannibalism and necrophilia. Dahmer was finally found and sentenced to 957 years in prison. Although the acts he committed are terrible, it is known that Dahmer was diagnosed with many diseases, including borderline personality, schizophrenia, and psychotic disorder. Even with these disorders, Dahmer was found to be legally sane at his trial. So now I'm going to inform you guys a little bit about his childhood. Jeffrey Dahmer was born on May 21st, 1960 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, to Joyce and Lionel Dahmer. Dahmer was described as a happy and energetic kid, so no one saw it coming. Until the age of 4 when he had a surgery to correct a double hernia. My bad. This really took a toll on Dahmer because he was always really interested in the insides of the human body, so this just really, I guess, is what started everything. According to Ullman, when Jeffrey was little, his mother worked constantly and his father worked long hours in a laboratory. His father was a chemist, and ultimately neither one of the parents devoted much time to Dahmer. Jeffrey was given a chemistry set which he used to experiment with dead animals, and he used this chemistry set to dissect insects and roadkill and all sorts of things. His father actually gave him this chemistry set for something, I don't know why, because he found it good that he was interested in this kind of stuff, so I guess he kind of helped all of this happen, but he just thought that maybe Dahmer was following in his footsteps. Casey states that Dahmer began drinking around the age of 14, and he continued drinking until he was eventually caught. Jeffrey Dahmer committed numerous rapes and murders for over a decade without being caught. Dahmer usually targeted colored gay men, and he would lure them by telling them that he would pay for nude photographs. He killed his first victim right after he graduated high school. His first victim was 19-year-old Stephen Higgs. From then on, Dahmer started his killing spree. His next victim was a 25-year-old named Stephen Tuomi. Dahmer claimed that afterwards he didn't even know that any of this happened. He woke up to Tuomi being dead beside him. Dahmer eventually was caught and accused of murdering 17 men that he drugged, dismembered, and sometimes even eaten. One instance, Dahmer actually poured acid down a hole in a man's head to try to create a zombie. Pretty crazy. So I guess what you're wondering is, how could someone do this? Some think that Dahmer is sympathetic, but how can you feel bad for someone like this? Dahmer once stated that he would strangle his victims because it was the most humane way to go. Eloise states that in a way she sympathizes him because he genuinely wanted love and closeness. Dahmer did in fact apologize for his actions. He stated that he deserves whatever he gets, and he asked for no consideration. He also says that he feels bad for what he did to these poor families, and if he could bring their loved ones back, he would. In summary, Jeffrey Dahmer was a serial killer who deserved every bit of punishment that he received. He was arrested in 1991 and charged with 16 counts of murder. According to Wikipedia, shortly after completing his lengthy confessions in 1991, Dahmer requested from a detective that he be granted a Bible. This wish was granted, and he eventually was saved, and he devoted himself to Christianity. On the morning of 1994, November 28th, Dahmer was beaten to death with a metal bar by another prisoner named Christopher Scarver, who is now 49 years old. So I hope you guys learned a little bit about Jeffrey Dahmer and how crazy he was. Thank you all.